Ladies and gentlemen, this amateur MMA battle is set at a catch weight of 192 pounds and three-minute rounds. And it is sponsored by Frankie's Body Shop. First, he's fighting out of the blue corner. He steps into the cage tonight at a height of 6 feet 4 inches. His weight, 194.3 pounds. He trains independently and he fights out of Stanley, North Carolina. Tonight, at 22 years old, he steps into the Aries Fight Series cage to make his amateur debut. His name is DEONDRE Williamson! And his opponent across the cage and fighting out of the red corner. He steps into the cage tonight at a height of 5 feet and 8 inches. His weight, 180 pounds. He also trains independently and he fights out of Newport, Tennessee. At 22 years old, he has a record of 1 win, 2 losses. They call him the Visionary. His name is Christian Lee.
Big Christian Lee fighting out of Newport, Tennessee. Again, this fight sponsored by Frankie's Body Shop.
Love to have Frankie's on board.
Yep. Yeah, when it's time to get your total performance gym, you go to the gym, Frankie's. Christian coming in with some early legs.
It's interesting to see a guy giving up so much height using these attacks from distance.
Yeah,
whoa,
that was way
I love
over the
that.
head.
He actually caught him with a little back elbow as he ran through.
This is probably a different style than he has seen with a big slam. Oh, I'm surprised he didn't capitalize on that.
That takes a lot of energy.
Yep.
So do these techniques that Christian Lee is throwing.
Yeah, DeOndre, you could tell an experienced boxer, but
nice left hand there from Williamson.
Christian Lee kind of.
It's a good karate style. He's moving well.
He's moving a lot.
And yeah, it's a lot of energy.
DeOndre's being smart, just staying in the center of the ring, kind of waiting for Christian to come to him. But if he's not being able to clinch up and make that meet-up a little bit more beneficial for him, and see what happens.
I like the feints and I like the rushing in from Christian Lee.
Yeah.
It's just with such a taller, rangier opponent, you're playing a deadly game.
Yep,
although he's got good
right.
techniques, he is getting inside on these.
You know, I wonder if this is DeOndre Wilson's first time in small gloves. He's kind of looking like it might be.
That's a good point. I hadn't even considered that. Yeah, he is, the boxing champion there at Street Beefs. Those are the 12-ounce gloves.
Yep.
Nice left hand. Really good fundamental stuff from Williamson here. His punches are straight, good footwork.
You know, Christian very flashy, but he's not landing anything significant. You see him kind of with his side eye and waiting to throw this kick, but it's not looking that way for the judges. You know, I still early into this first, I see DeOndre with a little bit smarter strikes.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if Lee continues this pace, this kind of sporadic pace as the fight goes on.
It's not a good idea. And no, I don't think that was low. I really don't. I think that was a clean shot to the stomach. We'll have to see the replay.
I'm going to say that it was borderline. Obviously, we're going to take a break here to let Christian Lee recover from what is being called a low blow at the moment.
Yeah, I have to disagree. Just from seeing it on our side, I think that was clean to the stomach.
Well, Houston, that's why I love having you as my broadcast colleague. You do call them how you see them, and more often than not, you hit the nail on the head. I will say, for a man that expended as much energy as he did here in round one, Christian Lee is loving the fact that he's going to have some time to recover. Listen, if it was a low blow, he definitely deserves that time.
Sure, I'd like to see the replay on it, but I agree. I think that you're able to have that time, but I'd have to watch it again, and only person that knows are the people inside that cage. But I saw it a little different.
Good sportsmanship here from Williamson. He's encouraging his opponent to take his time. Williamson seemed, I don't know if he was thinking it was low initially or he was responding to the reaction from his opponent, but either way, Either way. And the supporters of Lee here letting him know he's got plenty of time.
Yeah, 5 minutes total here. And I hope that's not the case, you know, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But I saw that as being more of to the stomach, and you know, Christian take all the time he needs. The ref saw it a little bit different than I did.
If this fight were to become a battle of the clinch, you know, with the pronounced height advantage, you got to believe those knees to the midsection are going to be a great weapon for Williamson. Yeah. And you got to wonder now. There's a low blow early. Maybe he's hesitant to go back to that technique. You don't want to lose a point. I mean, you've already given up a low blow, and if that happens again, regardless of whether or not that first one was legitimate. Crowd's coming alive. We got 1 minute left.
Oh,
right off of a glove touch too. That was kind of cheeky.
Yeah, you're not gaining a fan for me on this this fight here.
I'll tell you what, Christian Lee's trying to steal the round though with a flurry.
He is, but I hope it works for him.
Wait a minute.
I hope it works for him.
When you're up against the man so much bigger.
I don't think that was a good plan for him.
Williamson found a home for his left. The way Lee is
Christian
running
Lee
in.
is showing his experience by turning his back over and over again here in this first round, 30 seconds remaining.
Christian Lee's just got to be careful because when he blitzes in, you know, one of these straight shots from Williamson would be amplified because you're running onto the punch. Keeping those hands low.
Oh, see, and that's exactly what he needed to do. You see that Christian turns his back after he throws any two-hit combo. I think it was very smart for DeOndre just to wait on it. If he waits out a two-hit combo, he knows that back is going to be right on him.
Well, an interesting round one here between Christian Lee and DeOndre Williamson.
Hopefully we can see that that potential low blow here on the replay.
Well, whether we can or we can't, you know, big shout out to the Aries production.
I'm too worked up about it.
No, I can tell you.
I'm too worked up about it.
You've really come alive here after that first round. You know what, though? Hey, great night. Aries Fight Series 18. Got a debuting fighter, a fighter we haven't seen in a while, and Christian Lee.
Yeah.
Say what you want about that first round. It was nothing but not entertaining. Really fan-friendly style from both fighters. And it was fun to see the crowd kind of come alive there after the low blow, cheering these guys on to pour it on here at the final minute of the first round.
Yep, either way, exciting first round. We'll see what happens here in the second.
Greg Hopkins got to be just kind of telling his fighter, listen, you took a low blow, you're throwing some unorthodox techniques, we got to find some offense that actually sustains, you know?
Yep.
And the game plan so far from Lee is kind of playing right into the hands of Williamson.
Yeah, and Williamson looking calm coming. I mean, he had the same break time that Lee had.
That's true.
So
Lee could do well for himself here to get him off of him, find a technique that does some damage to Williamson. We'll see.
Oh,
nice quick left hand there from Williamson.
I think Lee's going to be a little more apprehensive as Williamson making good home for that left.
That jab is a very effective tool here for Williamson.
And Williamson doing smart. Now he's playing his range a little into that second. He's playing his range a lot better. As we see a lot of blood coming from Lee here as Williamson's trying to get him back up. That's not how you do it.
Houston, they were right in front of us, and that right hand that Williamson landed
was tough, brother.
That might have been the hardest punch that landed all night.
I agree. Oh, see, he's being smart. He knows after that second hand that Christian's going to turn his back and try to make
right there.
I don't know why he's doing that.
Well,
I've never seen anything like that, and it's not working out for him. He's going for a takedown here. And that might be smart for him because we're not seeing DeOndre wanting to make much contact on the ground.
Right in front of us.
But DeOndre, I think, has had enough.
It's the beginning of the end.
That is it. That is it, and that is a good victory taken back for DeOndre Williamson.
Stomping about the cage. What a way to introduce yourself to the Aries Fight fans here
Happy to have him. I think it was a great performance from DeOndre Wilson. He went up to a lot of stylistic differences coming from boxing matches and street beefs into this. It was a whole new world, and I think he did well on it.
And I'll tell you what, I'm curious to see which way he goes. You know, a guy of his size, can he cut anymore? You know, could he get down any lower? It's interesting.
I don't know. I could even argue that he might be healthier going back up. You know, hard to say.
This was a catch weight,
yeah,
so
it was a good catch weight battle.
Whatever the future holds, we're excited to see it for DeOndre Williamson. Great to have him here, and I'm sure he's happy to be here in Aries Fight Series, scoring the big knockout round 2 victory, DeOndre Williamson. Fair play to Christian Lee. You know, he was given up a lot of size tonight in this bout, and he was definitely a game competitor. We throw it now to Lance Green.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Josh Amato, has brought a stop to this fight. 58 seconds into round number 2. Your winner, by way of TK.